And players, Doris, continuing to play at a high level after so many years.
And what you love is the great ones seem to adjust their games along the way, and not only adjust their games, but add dimensions, whether it's being able to go down into the low post position if you're a point guard, a two guard, or even a three-man. But the other part of this, Kevin, is the off-the-court stuff. The better nutrition that these guys are being much smarter about, the strength and conditioning programs they're putting themselves through in the offseason. All of that raises the level in the NBA.
And it's the Mavericks to start out. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Minnesota, Butler and Gibson, the duo at forward. Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. And it's Towns in at the center position. Pass to Finney-Smith. Smith against Teague. Just 5 to shoot. They get it back. Jordan dishes to Smith. Back to Jordan. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Jordan sets the pick for Doncic. Tries again. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Doncic has got the game going with his first points of the game for the Mavs. Towns a screen on Smith. Gibson the screen. Teague the pass to Gibson. Wants to get it to Butler and does. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Well, the big man, Taj Gibson, pretty assist there, Kevin.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. There's a screen. Jordan the screen. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Outside Butler. Outside Teague. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Rebound by Smith. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Doncic with it. Butler covering. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Matthews against Wiggins. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Teague the pass to Towns. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Karl-Anthony Towns, a tremendously talented scorer, but Doris, he came into the league billed as a potentially foundational defensive player.
And that's interesting, Kevin, because that's the end of the floor where he has work to do. You know, there's so much asked of today's centers. But with mentors like Kevin Garnett, Taj Gibson, Jimmy Butler, you know he's getting the right advice. And boy, what a gifted offensive player Karl-Anthony Towns is.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
You get the sense that Karl-Anthony Towns, as young as he is, knows he can be the best player in the league. There isn't a phase on the offensive end from which he can't score it.
Good on both. Year after year, the Timberwolves have the NBA's most grueling travel schedule. A lot of miles to cover in the West.
Kevin, if you add up their flights in a season, they could circle the globe more than twice. And let's remember, there's no frequent flyer miles here either.
Wiggins up top. He's covered by Matthews. Wiggins dishes to Teague. He's looking for Wiggins and finds him. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Wiggins has got his first basket.
A good score inside for a three-man. I mean, Wiggins can beat you with his back to the basket or facing up.
Jordan with it. Now guarded by Towns. Matthews, no one around him. Trains the three-pointer. Matthews has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Teague kicks to Towns. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Outside Butler. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Doncic. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler, it doesn't matter if he's covered. This guy is unafraid. He doesn't get rattled. He can score despite the contest there.
Now, here is Smith. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Suns in Phoenix.
Really, he exposed a lot of seams in the defense with his passing, too. That assist total was impressive.
Here's Wiggins. It's a 3-point game. Teague kicks to Wiggins. Gives him the screen. Passes it to Butler. Shoots over Doncic. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Smith outside. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, his value to this team on both ends. Not many guys can defend the perimeter and the rim the way Towns can.
And so it's Dallas with it. They trail by 3.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Inside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Smith the pass to Doncic. Some solid defense from Butler.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Gibson the screen. Teague for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Jordan's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And Matthews kicks to Doncic. Over Teague. That one wide left.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
Mavericks trailed by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now, here's Doncic, defended by Butler. Shot clock at 6. Jordan with a screen on Wiggins. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Now Teague. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Dallas shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. Here's the screen. Tipped away. It's stolen by Teague. Now here comes Teague, leading the break. The shot off that time. So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Suns. Matthews against Wiggins. 6 to shoot. Matthews against Wiggins. Fades. And Matthews gets it to go. Matthews has got 5.
Well, effortlessly connecting on the mid-range jumper thanks to that quick release. Good work by Matthews.
Towns the screen. Back to Wiggins. Matthews with the steal. Lobs it up for Jordan. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. Now just a 3-point Minnesota lead.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now here's Gibson. He had 13 points in the win against Cleveland. Fades and shoots, and it goes down 2 points. 8 points for him.
I think the one constant with Tom Thibodeau is you can always hear his voice the entire game. Doesn't matter if you're up 20 or down 20, you will hear Tom Thibodeau on the sideline.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And hearing Coach Tom Thibodeau, some have described his voice as part growl, part bark.
He's very intense, Kevin, and I think the one thing you know about Tom Thibodeau, he likes to say, there is a price to pay. It's all about the work you put in.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Harris comes in for Doncic. And Barea subbed in for Smith. Now here's Jones. Towns sets the pick for Jones. Pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Fact of the matter is, Karl Anthony Towns could be a menace on the glass. Good luck with this guy.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, I didn't either. I thought his feet were moving. It was close, but he was still sliding in just a bit.
Now here's Towns. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
Yeah, a terrific defensive effort along with that. 4 blocks on the game. Huge lift defensively for them.
Count it. Good. And it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Barea against Jones. Barea, the pass to Jordan. Back to Barea. Just 5 to shoot. Jordan sets the pick for Barea. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Butler against Matthews. The feed to Towns. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Now here's Barea. 9-point game his last outing. Powell with the screen. Off the screen. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. Jimmy Butler, 4th.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. Coming off a terrific season, he averaged 22 points per game last season, 5 assists and 5 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
And let's check out some of the numbers here on Karl Anthony Towns. Coming off a terrific season, 4th in rebounding, 11th in blocks, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And he's so physical, so explosive. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he was a top 5 rebounder a season ago.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
Mavericks making a switch here. Measury's checked in. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Jones. Butler's got 10.
Don't sleep now. Jimmy Butler will exploit that mid-range game.
They set the screen. Here's Barea. And the rejection by Jang. They recover it. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Harris outside. 6 to shoot. Back to Barea. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 5 points in the game. Minnesota leading by 3. For the Dallas Mavericks, it's been a rough couple years, but Doris, you get the sense that this lull is just temporary.
And the reason you think that's because when you combine great coaching with great management, you know you're going to make the right decision more often than not. So it's never easy to turn over an aging roster, but they hit big time on Dennis Smith Jr. And overall, I think the arrow is pointing up with this organization.
And Jimmy Butler, you know, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind it. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
Free throw, good Butler. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
And in the offseason, riding around in a van with a baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
And Doris, to try and improve the flow of the games, teams now have fewer timeouts. Players have to be faster about retaking the court after stoppages. I'm assuming you're like me, all good things, right?
I agree, Kevin, and I think what people don't know is the impetus from this actually came from the coaches themselves. Rick Carlisle said, listen, we need to pick up the pace of play because we'd like our games to fit in a certain time frame. And listen, when you've got the leadership at the top in Adam Silver, who always makes clear that game flow is one of his focuses and that this is an entertainment medium and let's please our fans, you're going to make the right choices.
Here is Matthews. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. It's stolen by Jones. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Screen by Jones. Here's Butler. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Matthews. And here's Barea. He's got 5. Harris outside. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. Rebound by Jang. Matthews against Butler. Shoots over Matthews. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. Jimmy Butler has been on display for Minnesota. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Wesley Matthews in his 4th season with the Mavericks, talking about what attracted him to Dallas in the first place.
They showed the most faith in me. You know, they weren't scared off by the injury. They showed faith in the person that I was, the player who I was, and, you know, they saw a need for me, a championship franchise and, you know, a great city, so it was just a match.
Coming off that Achilles injury in Portland, Dallas wasn't shy offering him, Greg, that big contract.
And he's now in a contract year. We'll see if he continues to be a part of their long-term plan.
Look at that jam!
Get out of the way! Oh, how about the talent, the creativity? Butler with the highlight reel attack.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Here's Barea. Softly drops in the floater. Barea's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup. The teardrop.
And Zhang kicks to Jones. Back to Zhang. Towns the screen. Here's Rose. Offensive rebound. That one doesn't drop. Mavericks trailed by 7. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Harris's shot is good. Minnesota shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Towns dishes to Butler. On the wing, Jones. Guarded by Barea. Shot off the screen. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the Mavericks were ecstatic when Dennis Smith Jr. fell to them with the 9th pick of the 2017 draft. For a team in need of athleticism and size at the point guard, it's been a hand-and-glove fit. The 6'3" Smith has a 48-inch vertical, one of the highest ever measured.
A terrific young player, an elite NBA athlete. David, that's for sure. Good stuff, thanks. Outside Matthews. Minnesota with the rebound.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Rose against Harris. Feeds it to Jang. Measuring with the steal. Jones against Barea. Over in the corner, Matthews. Clock at 6. Fades back. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 3rd rebound on the night. And there's the call on measure. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. Timberwolves also changing it up. Gibson comes in for Towns. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Butler. Here's Wiggins. He had 22 points in the win against Cleveland.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
6 on the shot clock. Rose passes to Wiggins. And Zhang kicks to Rose. Over Harris. And it's good off the back rim and in. Rose has got the lead up to 9 now for Minnesota.
And this is where experience comes in, right? Clock is dwindling down. Rose stays calm, cool, and collected.
Pass to Doncic. There's the screen. Over Wiggins. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got his 2nd basket. And one thing Rick Carlisle is known for is his accountability.
Right, and that extends to himself as much as it does the players who play for him. Listen, if this guy makes the wrong play call, he is going to make sure you know about that. And I think that's an approach you see from the top down in this organization.
Barea against Jones. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got 3 assists now in this one. Barea against Jones. Poked loose. And here we go. Fast break. Barea's got it. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. In 4th, the Timberwolves.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
Guys, how about J.J. Barea? In his 12th year in the NBA, no less, he establishes career highs across the board and does nothing but get better with age. I love it.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Jordan, he's checked in for Measury, and Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Maxi Kleber. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Teague, he's checked in for Jones. Good on the 2nd free throw. And Barea now in his 2nd run with Dallas. Won an NBA title with the team, you may recall, back in 2011.
Well, he was critical in that title run, Kev, and now he's trying to help this organization rebuild. This guy, a clear fan favorite. And it's incredible to me. He seems to be getting better with his age.
Harris against Rose. Finney-Smith passes to Harris. Shot clock at 5. Here's Doncic, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Teague kicks to Wiggins. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 3rd assist on the night. Mavericks trail by 6. Harris with it. He's got 8. Tries from 10. A second chance effort, and that one is off. And Minnesota will come the other way, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
Here is Barea. He kicks to Doncic. Jordan sets the pick for Doncic. The wing jumper off target.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
Jeff Teague replacing Ricky Rubio at the point guard position for the Timberwolves. Doris, did you like that change?
You know what I did, Kevin? They're drastically different players. Rubio probably the better defensive player, definitely the more prolific passer, but the shooting was always an issue. Where with Teague, you get a guy who can knock down three-point shots, and he's one of the best point guards in the league at dribble driving into the paint and getting some action off that.
Free throw good, Teague.
And Kevin, this is why Teague is such a valuable player. You know, he's a solid shooter from anywhere, so he's able to space the defense. He can, with his handle, get inside the paint. There's a lot to like about Jeff Teague.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. Dennis Smith comes in for J.J. Barea. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Out of offenses, Doris, initiate that high pick-and-roll offense, which is so fun to watch. Which ball handlers do you want running that play for you if you were on the sideline?
Come on now, there are some master manipulators in the pick-and-roll. Let's begin with the great James Harden. We'll begin with his teammate Chris Paul. Steph Curry. You give Steph Curry options to read in a pick-and-roll, he's going to make the right choice. There are a lot of guys who can manipulate the defense in a pick-and-roll, but those three are at the top of my list.
Dallas calls timeout. And you look at Jeff Teague, now with a decade in the league out of Wake Forest. Greg, what does he bring to the table aside from the fact that he's been in the playoffs every single year of his career?
Yeah, I mean, he's an explosive slasher and really has grown as a playmaker. Not a star, but a quality starting point guard.
It's stolen by Teague. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And it's a 12-point Minnesota lead. Dallas has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Jordan with a screen on Teague. Jordan the screen. Smith kicks to Powell. Doncic with it. Working on Rose. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 8.
His shot's hitting on another level here in the second. I mean, it's looking effortless now.
Rose dishes to Jang. Outside Rose. Jang with the screen for Rose. Back to Jang. Looking for Gibson. He gets it there. Now Doncic. He's coming off a 10-point game against Phoenix. And good that time.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Rose in the post. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Cleveland.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide-open shots.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
There's the pass to Gibson. And here's Wiggins. Just 5 to shoot. Jang a screen. Wiggins using the pick. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks trailed by 8. It's stolen by T. Right side Rose. At the top of the key, Jang. Left side, Gibson. Shoots over Powell. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Looking at Dallas, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Suns in Phoenix. Down low, here's Doncic. Unable to get that one. And Minnesota now the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Rose in the post, guarded by Powell. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
Free throw, good, Rose. And with Rose, as you said, his love of the game is still there, and he still wants to play.
I mean, many players would have just walked away from having their body betray him. But Rose said last season he loves what he gets to do and still would be a water boy if he had to. You have to admire Rose's attitude and approach in that regard.
And Rose drops them both. The Dallas Mavericks last season could not have been more disappointing, Doris.
Well, you think about management for this organization, Kevin. They had tried to avoid a rebuild. But at some point, every franchise probably has to go through it. And one of the things you must have in a rebuild is patience.
T kicks to Towns. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Well, the body control of Karl Anthony Towns, just a terrific job to take the hit.
Dallas calls timeout.
And Karl Anthony Towns, one of the most prolific three-point shooters in the league, at least top 3 amongst all 7-footers, and his three-point percentage elite as well, over 40%.
Matthews, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Mavericks trail by 10. Smith kicks to Matthews. Goes up to the stripe. Misses off the right iron. And Towns said he'd emulate Kevin Durant as a kid playing on the perimeter at Kentucky. Cal made him play inside, work in the post, and use his size.
So going back to his roots with his three-point shooting, the association experiencing a three-point renaissance, and he really does fit the mold.
2 points. That one goes.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Go back to Minnesota.
Smith outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, there are certain guys that you identify as the prototypical 3-and-D player, and Wesley Matthews is one of those guys. I love that he prides himself on his ability to guard elite wings and the kind of deep range he has, even in critical moments of games. This guy's a big-time guy.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Well, for Matthews, he does most of his offensive work from outside, but Doris has more to his game than just that.
Well, I think the thing that I think of when I think of Wesley Matthews is how hard this guy works. And yes, he started as an offensive perimeter threat, but he's dedicated himself to rounding out his game, and you love that from a veteran.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Well, the Timberwolves last year finally broke through that 14-year playoff drought, but they made it very clear that's not enough. This is a team with much bigger aspirations.
Back to Teague. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Butler. Got a piece of it. It's taken away by Smith. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first half. And the Timberwolves, Doris, plan to be aggressive. Getting bounced in the first round, not going to satisfy them.
They've made it clear they want deep playoff runs and a chance to compete for titles. To do that, they understand they'll need to get a lot better. Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Mavericks trail by 9. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 8. 54 seconds left in the first half. Teague against Smith. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Butler, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. 18 points for Butler.
Well, there's a solid handle that Jimmy Butler is working with, and his ability to create with the ball in his hands becoming special.
There's a good screen. Smith kicks to Matthews. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Dallas shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
The first one falls.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
That one is no good.
And I think Wes Matthews, you've got a guy who's a true leader, someone who's not afraid to speak his mind and let his teammates know what's up.
Wiggins passes to Jones. It's stolen by Smith. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Timberwolves lead by 10. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Big-time play throughout the first half for Jimmy Butler. He had 18 points and 1 steal. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
Well, I think their problem is rebounding, Ernie. You know, when you're trying to come back in a game, every possession counts because each possession can turn into points, and you need to cut that deficit quickly.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Cars crossing back and forth over the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge as we welcome you back to Dallas. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Wiggins and Butler make up the perimeter. And it's Teague in at the guard position. Nice job coming off that screen. Teague's got the lead up to 12 now for Minnesota.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
Smith dishes to Matthews. Jordan the screen. Smith kicks to Matthews. Jordan sets the pick for Matthews. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Matthews has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Don't you love how Matthews operates off these screens? Has a knack for knowing exactly where to be.
Here's Gibson. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
That's how it's done, gentlemen. You don't pass to a player, you pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
And Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively, finishes well inside, he's got the mid-range shooting touch. But what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started, came off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
One shot.
The free throw is off from Gibson.
Well, Taj Gibson is playing a career high in minutes with the Timberwolves. This guy is in his early 30s. He's kept himself in unbelievable physical shape every single year. He's now healthy. And I'll say this, Taj Gibson is one of those guys you want in the trenches with you. You know what you're going to get on a night-by-night basis.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. And Doris, you were talking about the responsibility for Taj Gibson with the Wolves. Coach Thibodeau bringing in the seasoned veterans to complement the young talent.
Well, Kevin, Taj Gibson is exactly the kind of influence and teammate you want, both on the floor and in the locker room. Here's a hard-working, defensive-minded player. He's made the playoffs in just about every season he has been in the league. And he has proven on the offensive end that you can play through him in the post. So much to love about Taj Gibson.
There's the pick. Gibson with the screen on Smith. Wiggins outside. Towns the screen. And it's Wiggins missing.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
Out to Smith. Jordan sets the pick for Smith. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Smith against T. Gibson the screen. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 5th assist in this one. Mavericks trail by 13.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Dallas calls timeout. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
Well, that was an absolute beatdown, and you hope that they learn and move on from it.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Harris is checked in. And stolen by Wiggins. Outside Teague. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. The floater. Some solid defense from Harris.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
Smith the pass to Jordan. Screen by Smith. Jordan sets the pick for Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Harris. Minnesota with the rebound. Gibson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Butler. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Mavericks trailed by 13. Here's Doncic. And the layup's good off the glass. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Teague kicks to Gibson. Teague the pass to Gibson. Towns the screen. Gibson setting a pick for Butler. The tray drills the three-pointer. Butler's got 21.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Smith the pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Doncic. Dallas moving it around. The offensive rebound. Finney-Smith kicks to Smith. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Measury comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Barea subbed in for Smith. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Minnesota. And so it's Dallas with it. It's a 14-point game. 5 on the clock. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Teague. And here we go. Teague heading to the hoop. And it's slammed in by Teague.
Well, you have to love how hard Jeff Teague is playing on the defensive end. Uses those fast hands to swipe away at the basketball. I think when you talk about the Dallas Mavericks, it's not hard to think about the ownership. Driven, intelligent, committed, and the team has embodied those traits.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Pass to Jordan. Lays it up off the glass. Jordan's got 4 points in the quarter. And even though the Mavericks had a couple of bad years in a row, this franchise remains rock solid.
Well, think about they've had consistency from the top down. It's a pioneering organization that's always looking at the next innovation. And remember, they have a very strong fan base. I'll tell you, it was the sharp passing that led to that shot. Terrific teamwork.
Barea against Teague. Barea the pass to Measury, and he comes up with the deuce.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Teague kicks to Wiggins. Jang a screen. Wiggins against Harris. Clock at 6. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, it's an excellent make, plus the foul, and that's the assertiveness everyone wants to see from the young guy, Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
Powell, he's checked in for Jordan. And a change for the Timberwolves. Jones is checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage.
Outside Butler, kicks to Jones. A floater. Oh, that's blocked. And here is Harris. He's got 8. Pass to Powell. Harris a screen. Barea with a wide open look from beyond the arc and then some. Barea's got 11.
Yeah, he'll play a game of deep ball. I like it. Barea improved his range over these years.
Towns the screen. Jones kicks to Towns. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Mavericks.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
There's the screen. Pass to Doncic. To the paint. Here's Powell. Makes it off the glass.
How about the skills of Dwight Powell down low? Hard for the defense to match up with his length.
Towns a screen on Barea. Zhang a screen. Butler kicks to Wiggins. Good on the bucket. Wiggins has got 9 points in the quarter.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
Here's Doncic. And another basket for Dallas. Timberwolves leading by 11. Outside, Jones. He's looking for Wiggins and finds him. Hammers the alley-oop through.
There's no defense for that. Andrew Wiggins enjoying life above the rim.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Wiggins against Harris. He kicks to Doncic. Over Jones. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 16 points for Luka Doncic. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Jones the pass to Wiggins. Towns sets the pick for Wiggins. Clock at 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Salah measure. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Derrick Rose is checked in for Jimmy Butler. Jones against Barea. Towns a screen on Barea. 4 on the shot clock. Jones in the post, guarded by Barea. Jones, no luck. Here's Harris, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on Minnesota. For Dallas, they have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line. That's good from Harris. And last summer, Minnesota's front office saying, Doris, they would like the Wolves to lean more on their bench.
It would be nice for Coach Tom Thibodeau to have the luxury of guys coming off the bench that he can trust. You've got to fortify the bench and then trust them to perform.
Matthews, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And Harris drops them both. Here's Jones. Towns the screen. Jones kicks to Towns. lets it go from 14. And he overshot that one, missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Kleba, defended by Towns. Powell with the screen. Out to Harris, launches it, and the three ball is good. Harris has got 5 points in the quarter.
Obviously, he's not the top priority for the defense in those situations. It results in an open three.
Outside Gibson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Towns. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Towns has got 14 points.
This guy's a versatile scorer. Towns can beat you from anywhere on the floor.
Matthews passes to Harris. Back to Matthews. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
4th foul of the night. Now he needs to be smart. Can't reach in and pick up something foolish.
Smith checked in for the Mavericks. .46 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. There's the pass to Rose. Towns sets the pick for Rose. Towns a screen on Barea. Here's Jones. Towns. It's good on the putback. And it's a 10-point Minnesota lead.
Oh, a ferocious putback. Towns sends it down.
Barea kicks to Kleba. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Powell with the screen. Here's Smith. That shot off. Some solid defense from Rose. Passes to Jones. Shoots over Barea. And it's Jones, that time on the assist by Rose. And that's now 6 points for Tyus Jones. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Timberwolves ahead, up by 12. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter, next. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Mavericks trail by 12. Smith and Matthews in the backcourt. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Powell with the screen. There's a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hits it from 3-point range. Matthews has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Mavs. Timberwolves leading by 9. Outside, Jones kicks to Wiggins. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Jones against Smith. Gibson setting the pick for Jones. 6 to shoot. Mavericks with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that game is the 2nd of 2 straight at home. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Smith. They set the pick. Another 3 for Dallas.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Rose a screen on Smith. Jones the pass to Towns. It doesn't go for him. Mavericks trail by 6. And Matthews kicks to Finney Smith. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Towns sets the pick for Jones. There's the triple. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The shot's good from Smith.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Towns sets the pick for Jones. To the paint. From 8. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
Well, there's an efficiency with which Karl Anthony Towns can work when he's in the painted area. That is nicely done.
Here's Matthews. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Monday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. And then on Wednesday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta.
And for the matchup with the Jazz, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
Free throw, good. Matthews. And the Mavericks making a change here. Jordan's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Teague's checked in. Both free throws good from Matthews. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Outside Teague. Towns a screen on Smith. Doesn't go for him. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Finney Smith, covered by Wiggins. Gibson against Smith. On target from 13 feet.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they ramped up their intensity, forced good things to happen, and now they're right back in it.
T kicks to Towns. On the wing, Wiggins. To the inside. Gibson down low. He's covered by Matthews. Shots good by Gibson.
And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Jordan the screen. Smith. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Teague dishes to Gibson. On the wing, Wiggins. Back to Gibson. It's deflected, and he recovers it. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Doris, the Wolves, a lot of promise, but how do they deliver?
I think Tom Thibodeau says it best, Kevin. It's the little things. The magic is actually in the work you put in every day. No shortcuts, no easy way out. There's a price to be paid for winning in the NBA.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in.
One shot.
That's good from Gibson.
What you love about Taj Gibson is his leadership. This guy is an intelligent, ferocious competitor who plays his role to a T.
Down low. Here's Finney Smith, defended by Gibson. Doncic, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Well, their pass it to Teague. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Mavericks trail by 6. Smith left side. Here's Matthews. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Gibson with the steal. An even 3-on-3 break. Wiggins kicks to Teague. To the middle. Doncic with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Smith with the ball. Wiggins with some nice D. Minnesota leading by 6. Park down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Dallas has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Smith against T. They set the pick. And it's Smith penetrating. A stupendous finish in traffic.
Dominating this quarter. He's been absolutely fantastic shooting the ball, and they still trail.
Towns a screen on Smith. Gibson the screen. Wiggins kicks to Butler. And that one is good. Butler's got 23 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Teague against Smith. And that one drops. Smith's got 12 points here in the second half.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Towns with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Inside, it's stolen by Smith. And here's Matthews from the arc. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They led by as many as 18 points. Outside Butler. This one for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Mavericks trailed by 4. Now the feed to Doncic. Some solid defense from Butler.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Towns sets the pick for T. Off the pick. Off the left rim and out. For Dallas, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. That's tipped. Here's Butler. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Now, here's Doncic. He's covered closely. Back to Smith. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing. They get it back. Jordan. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Minnesota calls timeout. The short rest very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Powell kicks to Doncic. Over Butler. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Butler. T right on him. Towns up top. Butler up top. Towns sets the pick for Butler.
Just doesn't seem to have the same energy level after his terrific first half.
Matthews against Wiggins. Matthews dishes to Jordan. The layup missed. Timberwolves leading by 4. Outside Butler. Towns down low. He's against Jordan. Here's Teague. And they convert at last on attempt number 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 6. Dallas has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Smith up top. Teague covering. Smith no good. Minnesota's gone 0 of 3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Butler passes to Gibson. Second shot opportunity. It's deflected.
Powell is exceptional at timing for blocks, rises up and sends it back.
Doncic kicks to Powell. Here's Smith. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. The Timberwolves shooting only 35% in the 4th quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. Jordan the screen. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Covered by Wiggins. Over Wiggins. Matthews no good. Timberwolves leading by 6. Outside Butler. Towns the pass to Wiggins. And it's Teague. That time on the assist by Wiggins. 16 points for Teague.
I'll tell you, how about a high percentage opportunity from Jeff Teague? As a scorer, you love to get those easy ones.
Jordan with a screen on Teague. Smith kicks to Doncic. Teague against Jordan. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one is on Towns.
I'll tell you, Kevin, you have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Powell.
Well, this is a decent free throw shooter, and where Powell could help himself is getting to the line a little bit more.
And that's an intentional foul. So it's the Timberwolves now. Teague with the ball. Doubled by Smith. Towns wide open. Off target with his 3.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Powell with the screen. Matthews against Gibson. Matthews no good. And an intentional foul right there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 7. 11 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. What's your take, guys?
And down like this, there's so much to talk about. I don't know if one timeout is going to be enough.
I think it's looking pretty bleak.
Powell, the pass to Harris. Dallas, no good that time either. Here's Rose. And so the Timberwolves take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.